Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Sometimes the most important thing we forget is to be. Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's me, Amazing D-Mark. Yo, what's going on, everyone? What I wanted to talk about today was something called the no contact rule. And what the no contact rule is basically what it is. You have no contact whatsoever with anybody or anything. And I say anybody and anything because it's no contact with something. It's because you don't want to have any contact with that person because they hurt you, and you don't want to have any contact with that thing because that thing could be an obsession that you want to get over. So what I want to give you guys today is just a few key pointers just from my heart that I think could help each and every one of you guys out who goes through the same thing. The no contact rule is for people who have been dating, whether it's been for a few months, a couple years, or whatever. The worst feeling on earth, and I think a lot of us can say, is being heartbroken. Being heartbroken for sure is definitely one of the things that really, it hits to the heart. And you've been talking to somebody for God knows how long. Could be for 8 months, could be for 8 years. But something happens, and what do you do? But let's say you're at the point where you just are ready to move on. And that's where the no contact rule comes in. You have no contact, you have no text messaging, you have no calls, you have no social media, you don't even see each other in person. The only time that you guys will ever talk is if it's an emergency. And I'm talking like, like this person is dying, that person had, a family member die kind of situation. Aside from that, you guys have no contact. Now, I won't give you guys a timeline of how long you shouldn't have contact. That should be between you and how you feel, how long it's going to take for you to get over the person or that obsession. The very, very first thing that you're going to need to begin the no contact rule is forgiveness. And that's what the Bible teaches us, that the first thing of moving on is forgiveness. And once you forgive somebody, that's how you move on. So once you forgive that person and you forgive yourself, that's when you begin the no contact rule. That's when you begin the time where you're finding yourself again. And it may take a month, it may take 2 months, it may even take a year if it takes. But at least at the end of the day, you'll be happy again with yourself. And one scripture that really, really clean to me that I wanted to bring up today is in the book of Matthew. It's Matthew chapter 10, verse 14. If anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, leave that home or town and shake the dust off your feet. When you read between the lines, if no one is respecting you for what you're doing for yourself, then it's time to move on. Then it's time to not have any more contact with that person. And it's time to get on with yourself and get better up here and then in here. There will come a time in life where that person or that thing will come back into your life. And you're gonna have two options. You're gonna have what this wants, and then you're gonna have what this wants. And you will have to decide what's more important. Is it what the mind wants, or is it what the heart wants? Because the heart may say, deep down, I really miss doing this. Or I really miss that person. But is it the right thing? Because the mind, your brain, controls everything. And the brain is the one that makes the better decision. And your brain will say, I may want this, but it's not right. And so with the no contact rule, you take the time to find yourself again. And what I recommend, just pray. To find a Bible and open it. If your Bible has more dust than shake a stick, then, it's time to dust it off and open it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2018. It may be a happy new year, but it's just a new year that we are closer, that Jesus really comes back. Think about it. It's just a new year that Jesus comes back. A new year that we're progressing towards the end of times. And people, this is real. So when it comes to finding a boyfriend, finding a girlfriend, if you're an alcoholic and you drink every single day, it's time to let go of those things. It's time to put in the no contact rule. Find yourself again and just really, really, really look at your heart. And are you really putting in the time and effort into things that need the effort and time? Because if you're not, you need to take the no contact rule and apply it to your life. You need to let go of the people who aren't benefiting you, because iron sharpens iron. Book of Proverbs. So if you guys aren't helping each other out beneficially, building one another up, then what is the point? It is time to cut that person off. It's a new year. If they're not helping you, it's time to just let them go. This is what the no contact rule is. It isn't just, I won't text this person, or we're not going to call each other for a few months and maybe that'll help. No, doing exactly that and going the extra mile and finding yourself and finding what truly is up here. Because, the world can take anything away from you, but they can't take what's up in here. They can't. And that's why I pray that each and every one of you at some point in time just find the Lord. And whether it's through, my channel, a friend or family or wherever it is, I pray that you guys find the help that you need. If it's time for a change in your life, if it's time to move on from things, then trust me. You know the time is to move on, then it's time to do it. No matter how much that person may mean to you, there comes a point where it's time for the no contact rule.